Howdy folks, it's Alter here. Welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Yes, I am just flying out these things, these videos. I totally said that wrong, but I'm not going to redo it. I'm totally getting these videos out for Flight Sim. After many months of not doing many, I'm just cranking them all like crazy. I've been enjoying it. I had a nice break from it. I am kind of ignoring some harpsichord time, but that's fine. I don't have to play harpsichord all the time. I think that's where we're headed. So what are we doing today? Well, you can't tell from here, but we're going to check out some fauna. I guess you could tell from the title of the video. It's been a while since we've checked out fauna in the sim. It's been a couple years actually. Now this is Flight Sim 2020, so it's not as exciting as the fauna in 2024. Fauna meaning animals native to an area. They have added some fauna since our last time we looked at fauna. And today we're going to check out seagulls and geese, which are the most difficult to find because they fly around and they're tiny. And sometimes you're on the ground, sometimes you fly through a flock and they just look like a pixel flying by. So that's why I chose it. I totally forgot to look where we are in the world. We're across from Italy, which puts us in Albania, I believe. Yeah. So that's where we are. So seagulls there, geese over there. Pretty close together, I think. I don't know. Maybe it's going to be farther away than I thought. So the seagulls are there. That's what we're looking at right here. And then the geese are by this other airport on the river right there. So I'm not sure how far away that is. That might be longer than I think. But anyway, Albania, Italy is right here. There's the boot, right? So that's where we are. That's what we're going to do. Simple, 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 I think. Famous last words. Beautiful area. If you want to get the names of the airports where we are, just look in the description below because I forgot already. So I do have a checklist for this airplane, the CTSL Flight Design by Flight Design, and we'll see how this goes. Parking brake set, is it? It sure looks like it. Fuel and passengers. I guess we can do fuel and passengers today. It's just two of us, right? So it's okay, fine. We're already in there. Fuel shut off open. Heck if I know where that is. I haven't flown this plane in a long time. I think that's choke. Oh no, that is fuel valve. Okay, cool. Beacon is here. Don't we need battery first in order to do the beacon? I don't know. It just says fuel shut off open, beacon light on. Doesn't say anything about battery. Oh, battery and fuel just fuses in. How can you have a beacon if your fuses aren't in yet? Right? Let's go by my checklist and see if this is going to work. Because why would we be... I don't know. Why would we have the beacon on before the fuses are in? But hey, that's what this says, I think, right? Yeah. Okay, whatever. Choke is this thing. Throttle 1/4. Battery and generator fuses in now. Key on. And there we go. And parking brake was not set. Now it is. Oh, yeah, right. It's seat backwards. Anyway, so, I mean, obviously, everything else is fine with the fuses, but why would you turn beacon on before your fuses? Whatever. Avionics on. That's this one. Transponder on. I can't see that far. It's already on. Isn't it? Okay, whatever. Weather, barometer, all that stuff. Let's see, where's our 6-pack? Okay, we've got this. I haven't flown this thing in so long. I haven't flown since the last time I've flown it. I have an hour and a half in it, though. Would be for barometer, just a shortcut there. Map. There you go, you can see where we are. It's not touchscreen. Well, I guess it kind of is. Anyway, we're just headed right over here. So that we can find some fauna. Doesn't this have 3D vision? Right there. Cool. Although I don't think I need it in this because I have everything here. Sometimes you need it, like in the icon. Alrighty, let's see weather. I guess we can get the weather. Live weather is turned on. I don't see ATIS. Okay, whatever. Rural weather is turned on. Rural traffic is turned on. So I guess we're just gonna get clearance to take off. VFR, just get out of here, right? Super quick and easy. Let's depart to the west.
Tivat ground turtle soup Tango 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 41 ready to taxi departure to the west.
Turtle soup Tango 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 41 taxi to and hold short of runway tree 2 via taxiway. Contact tower on 119.325 when ready.
Taxiing hold short runway tree 2 via taxiway Turtle Soup Tango 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 41.
Actually, yeah, 3D vision will help because then we'll know the direction we're facing, because I don't see the compass in here. We have speed. Here's a transponder down here. We have speed, VSI, or altitude VSI, altitude speed. We're missing some stuff. We have 4 out of the 6 from our 6-pack, so this would be our compass here. Okay, that's fine. Where are we going to? Runway 32, which is the direction we're facing, pretty much. So, oh, they're going to tell us. Never mind, we get a taxi ribbon. Do we need this whole runway to take off? I don't know. Maybe we do. Okay, anyway, back to my checklist after getting VFR approval, flaps down. The flaps are weird in this because there's negative flaps in this one for climbing. Alrighty, we're good until we get to the runway. So let's do our favorite taxi view. And I remember what I was going to say. There we go. The volume, I have the volume for voices adjusted for different aircraft, so I apologize that ATC voices were very loud. Maybe I caught them in editing, I don't know, but my goodness, they were very loud. Alright, this plane is way too easy to taxi. That's okay. That's fine. I think we are just going to try to do a midfield takeoff. I think we have enough space. I want to appreciate this landscape, though, in the airport. It's kind of hard to do that when you're trying to taxi a plane. Holy cow. Okay. Alright, anyway, let's get over here and land, stop. Oh, those sounds are super cool. I've been wearing headphones again, and it's super cool to hear. Alrighty, let's do clearance.
Tivat Tower Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 ready for west departure at runway tree 2.
Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 wind calm, west departure approved. Cleared for takeoff runway tree 2.
Cleared for takeoff runway tree 2 Turtle Soup Tango 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 41.
Alrighty, position lights on, landing lights on, confirm flaps, yes, there and there. Note the time on the clock. Is there a clock in this? I didn't notice a clock. Did you notice a clock? I guess no time on my own clock. Half past the hour. Okay. And let's turn on the heat. We're cold. Doesn't do anything. Yes, it does. Okay. Here we go. It says go on my checklist, so we're going to go, and hopefully midfield is enough. So we're going to do a turn and burn GA style. Take the racing line so that we can get around the corner. And here we go. Hope this is enough space. Oh yeah, look at that. We're already at takeoff speed. We're not even on the runway. Boom. Cool. Look at that, no wind. Is this thing open? 'Cause that'd be really cool if it did. No. Okay. That's it. Flaps up. Whoops, not negative flaps. I guess we can do negative flaps for right now. See how it climbs. Let's just do no flap. Alrighty, brakes up, wheels flaps up, landing lights off, gear is fixed.
Tango 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 41, continue for west departure.
Tivat Tower Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 continue for west departure.
So there are our birds. They were over here when I started the sim. Now they're way over here, so hopefully we can find them. You do have to chase them a little bit. They do fly around, but they have a track. They'll like go around and around and around on their assigned track. I don't know how big it is though. But like if you're looking like for bear or something, they're really easy because they just kind of do a small circle. I don't know what the birds do. So we'll try to find them. If they're in the air, we're going to have to not try to fly through them, but we want to still find them because they go very quickly. Like we'll literally see them fly right by us. And we can't active pause and use the drone because they're still going to fly around. So it's difficult. More difficult than it sounds, actually, to find the birds in the sim. But we can do it. We've done it before. We've done all the fauna before at one point. So we're just going to fly. And the reason why I have the little cheater turned on is because we would never find these without that help. There's no way. So a couple ways we can do this. We can go outside like this. And what I had to do before is I flew by them, and then in editing I found like 2 frames that they were in frame. And then I, oh, they might be lower. Oh gosh, they might be low. Are they low? Where are they? There they are. Okay, we flew right through them. That was much easier than normal. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take a frozen image and put it up in editing in 3, 2, 1 there. So those are the birds that you're looking at. We found them right away. We're in the middle of them. Alright, back to reality here. Let's keep turning around and find them again. I thought they were going to be like too low or too high or something. I did not expect to go through them so easily. So that was a very pleasant surprise. But yeah, they fly around. But you can see what I mean. Like, I couldn't do active pause and then show you with the drone. I mean, we could try, but watch what happens. So there's active pause. Here's the drone. So they still fly by. See, they're still flying around. I guess we could try to find them. Oh, maybe they do pause now. They didn't used to. Whoops, shoot, did not mean to reset the drone. Dang it. No, they're moving. That's what I thought, okay. But I don't know their altitude. I mean, we could get a better look. Let's try to see what happens here. We try to get a better look. Except they're flying the same direction the drone is going. So I'm not really getting closer. Now we are. There we go. They turned. Okay. What altitude are they at? Where are they? It's easier to find with the airplane than the drone. Are they up here? Are they down here? There they are. There we go. There's a better view. Whoops. Oh my gosh, I'm making such a liar out of myself, but you can see they're moving. That's cool. Look at that. Look at all that bird poop. There they go. Hey guys. They look better with the frozen image though. Okay, so I totally made a liar of myself. I said they were going to be hard to find with the airplane, and they weren't. Then I said they were going to be hard to find with the drone, and they weren't. They're right here in front of us. That is so cool. Look at that, we're flying with the birds. Very neat. I'm trying to get right into one's face. Boom, I'll take a screenshot of that if it worked out. We'll see how that worked. Alrighty, there we go. Let's hop inside. Get active pause turned off, and then let's head to the southeast, I guess. And then we'll try to check out the other animals, which are on this river right here. So we need to get over there. Hopefully it's not going to be too long of a flight. I was hoping this would be a super duper quickie, but maybe not. So we're just going to fly. Do we have autopilot in this? I don't see an autopilot, but it doesn't mean it won't work. Fuel levels, yeah, okay. Whatever it is, it's a beautiful VFR flight. I still prefer VFR GA flying over all types of flying in the sim, always have. Of course, I enjoy the occasional IFR flight, and it was really cool in the previous video to do an IFR in a GA type aircraft. That was really fun. I need to do more of that. Like low-key, short-distance IFR in small airplanes. I don't think I've ever done that before. I've only done my IFR in like business jets and big jets. So it's really cool to have a cute little plane IFR. That was fun. Very fun, even though we did have to break free into VFR a little soon, but whatever. Hopefully you watch that video, you know what I'm talking about. I'm just enjoying all the stuff on the ground. Okay, what's going on here? Let's trim down a little. We're at 2,000 feet. As long as we clear the terrain here. Do we need to cross over this? We do. Oh, we need to very quickly. Okay, well, let's climb anyway, I guess. Trim back a little bit, and then we'll climb over the mountains, try to find the other fauna. I am in the drone mode, but things flying stuff. Okay, hit C.
Tango, Tango, Tango 41 leaving my airspace frequency change approved.
Tivat Tower Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 frequency change.
Alright, you heard me say that I hit C. So when I'm flying the drone, I have no control over my aircraft, right? But if I hit C, that disables the drone camera, and now I'm flying the aircraft, right? Hit C again, and now that's camera. So now I'm using the drone, and there you go. And then we'll reset the drone, hop inside, and fly the airplane. Simple as that. I keep hitting my microphone with my headphones. I'm sorry. I'm still not used to wearing headphones again, so I keep running into stuff. Okay, let's get a little aggressive on our climb here so we can get over this mountain. So lots of speed we can bleed off here while we climb. There we go. Beautiful. Wow, can you imagine being in this airplane right now, climbing almost 4,000 feet? Wow, these mountains are higher than I thought. Because yeah, look at us. Once we're over these mountains, I'm going to see if autopilot works by using the Logitech multi-panel on my desk. Not sponsored, but I do mention it every time because I use it all the time. The Logitech multi-panel that has your autopilot, flaps, auto, throttle, and trim does work perfectly in the sim. The Logitech switch panel that looks like a Cessna switch panel does not work in the sim. It did for a little bit a couple years ago, but only like 10% of the time. Now it works like 1% of the time. So I have taken it off my desk, put it in my closet. My wife got it for me as a surprise because I wanted the multi-panel for autopilot, and she got me the switch panel as a surprise because she saw it. I did give it a chance, but no, it doesn't work. Multi-panel, beautiful. What's going on here? That's cool. This wind and the drafts are ridiculous. You see the turbulence on your screen. I'm finding it even harder to make it look as smooth as it is. Holy moly. Little village on top of the mountain. That'd be fun. Have a date night where you go up there and look over the rock. Beautiful. Okay, I do want to look outside quickly. Let's check this out. Oh, that's amazing, isn't it? Perfect. Alrighty, let's get back in the plane. Let's see if we can get autopilot to work, just because I'm curious. We are headed for over here somewhere, like right there somewhere. Wait, that's not us. No. Okay, let's fly the plane though. We are not being very safe. Okay, let's see here. Let's use 3D vision so we know what heading we're actually at right now. 9,800. So let's set heading. Actually, let's set altitude for this. What are we at? 5,200. Let's do 5,400. And then let's do heading 100. Whoops. Actually, now we're already off. So whatever. Okay, let's do altitude. Autopilot. Oh, it doesn't even turn on. Okay, never mind. No autopilot in this plane, even with my multi-panel. So what happens sometimes, even if a plane doesn't have autopilot like visually modeled, sometimes it's in the code. So if you have key bindings for your autopilot, it might work. And if you have like my Logitech panel, it might work. So it's not working in this airplane though. So give it a try. So even if it doesn't show autopilot in the plane you're using, doesn't mean it won't work if you at least set up key bindings for it. So it's just something to think about. Anyway, don't know what town that is. I guess I could look it up and put it on the bottom of the screen if I remember to, and if I can find it. But I don't know what that is. Looks cool. Looks cool. Let's see. So we're going to keep heading this direction pretty much straight. Yeah, because there's a lake. Not that. That's beyond where we're going. So over here somewhere there's a lake and then some fauna. So pretty soon we should see the fauna marker kick in, I think. Yeah, if we use this as a reference here in the river and the other river going out, that's where we're looking for, somewhere along this river. So there's going to be fauna, more birds in these mountains, which might be a little more challenging than I thought. But anywho, let's keep track of what we're doing. Our speed is good. We're at 5,000 feet. Just about. Did I say 5,000 before? Maybe it was 4,000. I don't remember. Have to go back. Ooh, downdraft pushing us straight down. That's crazy. Let's see, 4,700. That's fine. Just looking around. Wonderful. Beautiful. Let's try to look outside here. There we go. Now we got away from the turbulence. Airplane up there. So yes, I know we're due for a Jetstar flight soon. Even though GA VFR is my favorite way to fly, the Jetstar is one of my favorite aircraft, even though it's a jet and you fly IFR. But whatever. There's the fauna right there. Perfect. We will be flying Slant Alpha because the update got rid of the GPS, which is totally fine with me. I love Slant Alpha. I just have to plan a flight by hand outside of the sim to do that. So I need to come up with a flight, plan it. I'll fly it soon. Can't promise you it's the next video, but we are due for a Jetstar flight very soon. And then I'll talk about that when the time comes. So anyway, it's very beautiful out here. This is like the YouTubers that have the 360 cameras mounted outside of their airplane, which people think is AI, but it's not, it's real. Of course, the editing uses AI to manage the 360, but that's not the same AI people complain about. Anyway, we'll see if we can find these birds just as easily. Hopefully we'll be surprised and find them without issue. Ooh, heart palpitations. I was just passed out. Holy moly. That was not pleasant. Everybody knows by now I have a heart issue caused by a genetic collagen issue, which causes heart palpitations, which are not life-threatening, but they're literally like a butterfly, sometimes a gerbil running around inside my chest cavity, and they do make me pass out sometimes. Very unusual to be sitting and have them like this, though, to the point that I almost pass out. I have them all the time, but almost passing out like that, that's unusual. So I do drive. I've only had an issue once when I was driving, ever, and it was unrelated anyway. So. Alrighty, it looks like they're flying away from us, because when I started the sim, they were on this river. And now they're way beyond the river. So we'll fly around a little bit. Pretty close to that airport. Pretty dangerous, guys. So we're going to chase them down. Obviously, we're flying faster than they are, I would think. And we are slowly descending. And we'll hopefully get a screenshot of these guys. And I'll paste it in the sim when the time comes. But there you go. That is a huge wind turbine. That's crazy. They're starting to paint the tips black now, so birds don't run into them. Again, I don't know what altitude they're flying at. We're at 3,000 feet. I really doubt they're flying at 3,000 feet. I mean, maybe they are, but I doubt it. So let's come down a little bit. Let's slow down too. I didn't catch the distance. 1.27. You have to look exactly at them to get it. Here we go. Alright, we're getting there quickly. Again, I don't know the altitude they're flying at, so I mean, I would think we're too high, but we'll find out in a second here. Do we fly over them? No idea. Okay, so that did not go very easily, which is how I expected it to go. We just got lucky with the first attempt with the other animals that we got to them so easily, but I don't know where they are. So we're going to turn around. We'll use our 360 camera. Mounts on the back of our airplane, which now this would not be unrealistic, although you wouldn't fly like this, you would just see the video later. But we'll find these guys. We won't give up till we find them. Wherever they may be, let's slow down. Where did you all go? Okay, now they're over there. They're back to the river. Okay, so let's come down and fly along the river. So the way fauna works which I mentioned, I guess, already, is they follow a track, right? And so their track is around this river. So we need to go down to the river and fly back and forth. All right, so I was saying something, then I had to pause the sim because my wife wanted something. I don't know what I was saying because it's like 10 minutes later. So where did the geese go? Okay, I think I was saying something about how they are on a track and they go back and forth. I think that's what I was saying. Maybe I already said that. I don't know. But anyway, we're going to keep our speed up here. And there's an airport to land at. How convenient. Let's find these guys. And see what we can do. Much more difficult to locate these than the other ones, that's for sure. Okay, where'd you go? They're right in front of us, it says. But again, I don't know what altitude they're at, so we're just going to have to keep going at it here. Okay, let's see. Because that's just because it stops there doesn't mean they're up there, because we were up there and they weren't up there. So we're just going to fly like this until maybe we see them. Anyway, these are the struggles I anticipated with the first group of birds. Even, oh, there we go. I think they're right here. Something flashed. Let's see. Keep your eyes peeled. No? Nothing? No, it still says they're in front of us, so just keep looking. But yeah, so these are the struggles I thought we would have with the first birds. We just got really lucky that we found them so easily, both with the plane and the drone. I think we passed them. Darn. Okay, well, that stinks. We might be at this for a while. Okay, let's see. How slow are we going? Oh yeah, I was going to say, we must be dangerously slow right now. Well, let's come out here and turn around and try to find them again. So that's where we're at right now. 1,200 feet. Let's stay at 1,200 feet and see if we run into them. Let's see here. But it keeps flashing lower to the ground. I mean, I want to think they're lower to the ground, but we were pretty low and I didn't see anything. So let's see what happens here. Okay, they're right in front of us. We're literally going through them. We just have to we're going through them, through their path. We just have to see if we're at the right altitude. So, okay, we flew past them already. Man, tough crowd today. Tough crowd. Okay, they're so tiny. Alrighty, so maybe they're even lower to the ground. See, they keep flashing way down there. So maybe they're even lower. So let's get really low, burn a U-turn, and see if we can find them. This is fun, but it is taking considerable time. We just got lucky with the other ones. I already said that, I know. Alrighty, let's get really low to the ground, see if we can find them. And then we'll nab a screenshot if we can. Do y'all remember an X-Plane long time ago? They used to have bird strikes as an option in the sim, and then they got rid of it. I know that's random, but do you remember the Chris Farley videos where he'd say, hey, remember when? Yeah, that was cool. I just did one of those on accident. Alrighty, Fauna, where are you? Now I don't even see the thing for it. Where did you go? I'm probably right over or under them, that's why. This is ridiculous. Alright, I think we're going to take the drone out and follow them once I get the indicator back. We're just going to do this. This feels like I'm cheating, but we'll just make use of the tools that we have. So we're going to get close and just figure out how high they are, that's all. Alrighty. 3, 2, 1. Okay, they're flying towards me. And are they above us or below us? I still don't see them. I see stars. 5. Okay. They must be below us. Where are these guys? I hear them. I hear them. Do you hear them? They're very loud. Okay, the numbers are going down as they get higher, so they're pretty high. Oh, wow. They're really high. Oh my gosh. What? Yeah, you dudes are high. Where's my airplane? I don't even know where my airplane is. Look at, no wonder why I missed them. They're way above the hills. Wow. Canada geese. That's what they look like. Not in Canada, though. Okay, well, I'll get a screenshot of one flying by here for now, if I can. There we go. Okay, no wonder why I couldn't find them. They are so much higher than I thought. I mean, we're like above all these hills. Okay, where's my airplane? My airplane is way down here. Okay, well, let's go get them. Man, oh man. Okay, I'm glad I did that with the drone. We never would have found that because I never would have thought they'd be that high. So, here we go. That's like 2,000 feet or something. So these guys are pretty much at the top of the marker. The other ones are at the bottom of the marker. Yeah, look at that. They're still higher yet because I was taking note of where the sun position was. Okay, well, how do we look at it to get the distance? There we go. Whoop, oh. Oh, very picky. There we go. Alrighty. I'm going to keep climbing. What are we at? 2,300 feet? I know they can fly that high, but I didn't think they flew that high. That seems unrealistic to me, but whatever. We're getting there. How fast are they flying? That we're doing 160 and we're barely gaining on them. Anyway, whatever. Okay, we should be running into them any second. Let's slow way down. Do flaps so we can slow down. See, I would think they're down there at the bottom. There they are. No, yes, no, where'd they go? There they are. So they were nowhere near the bottom of the fauna marker. Oh my gosh, that should be some cool screenshots, I think. Look at that. Again, I'm not flying through them to be rude. I'm just flying through them to look at them. That's cool. Alrighty. Well, time to land. Got this airport right here. No segue, just we're gonna land. So what are we at? Whatever that one is.
Podgorica Tower Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 3 miles southwest 2,700 feet to land.
Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 Podgorica Tower. Altimeter tree 0.15 wind calm, enter left base runway tree 6. Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 wind calm, clear to land runway tree 6.
Cleared to land runway tree 6 Turtle Soup Tango 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 41.
So 36 is 360, which is opposite us, which means 36 is this way, right over here, and I can't see the runway because I can't. So let's descend a little bit. Throttles back to descend. Don't nose down to descend. Nosing down will speed you up. You end up being throttles back to descend. And then we'll bring throttles way back and then nose up to slow down. To get into flap range, gears already down. Approach checklist. Weather, got it. Landing lights on, already are. Flaps down as needed. Piece of cake. So we got to see all the birds. Super cool. Very difficult to find the other ones. Hopefully it wasn't too painful to watch. I'm sure I edited it down. hid it down. So whatever you saw was way less painful than it was for me. I guarantee it. But anyway, hopefully you enjoyed it anyway. So there you go. Alrighty, let's see here. Clear to land. Easy peasy, no wind to worry about. Should be very basic. The VASI, so the PAPI are the 4 lights in a row. VASI are the 2 sets of 2 lights. Same idea. You want half red, half white to be on the glide path. A little high, but that's because we're chasing birds. So pretty, look at that. Nice to fly new places. And I do need to get on an IFR flight with the Jetstar like I promised. I didn't really promise, I just mentioned it. But I might have to do a practice flight. It's been way too long. And why are we left to center here? Put the lines between your legs. That's how you know when you're centered. Yep, I know. Coming in kind of fast, but that's fine. I've had throttles back forever, ever since the birds. There we go. There's glide slope. First set of flaps a little early, but that's fine. And I guess we could probably use a full flap. We can get very, very, very nice and slow. And then 2 flap. And look at that. Flappy windsock. And full flap. We'll land at throttles at idle, which we are. We're just going to ride it out. Very smooth, other than not being centered. That was pretty good. Flaps up.
Tango, 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 41, exit runway when able.
I will. I just need to find this. Here we go. Very good. All right.
Turtle Soup Tango, 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 41, contact ground on 118.2.
118.2 Turtle Soup Tango 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 41. Goodbye. Podgorica ground Turtle Soup Tango 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 41 taxi to parking.
Turtle Soup Tango, 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 41, taxi to general aviation parking using taxiway Alpha.
Taxiing to general aviation parking using taxiway Alpha Turtle Soup Tango 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 41.
Alrighty, I turned off landing lights. Oh, note of the time on my clock. It's 45 minutes we were flying around, but that's because my wife interrupted me for a little bit, which is fine. Let's see what else. Landing lights off, flaps up, piece of cake. Nice to have an unintentional sunset landing. I was not intending on landing during the sunset, but I did, and it's beautiful, and I do not regret it at all. Skadar Lake. I should research that and look it up. Alrighty, let's pay attention. We're all over the place because I'm trying to do too many things at once. Remember, you fly the plane until it's turned off and chalked. So, still flying the plane. Kind of like when we're driving around. And my wife and kids are like, look at this, look at this, look at that. I'm like, I'm driving. I can't look at anything. So then the rare times that I'm a passenger, I'm like, whoa, look at that, look at that, look at that. To the driver. So anyway, we've had some beautiful road trip vacations, and I just couldn't really look around because I was driving, so that's okay. We're almost there. Just keeping you with me on the taxi because people have said they wanted to see more ground operations instead of we land, we parked. They want to see in between stuff, which I agree. This is part of the flight too. This is so cool. Look at that. Very, very nice. It's the longest taxi ever, though. Otherwise, everything in here is okay. I don't have any cabin lights that I could find. Nope. That's fine. Let's see here. They have a parking spot set up for us. I should be centered. I'm not. In real life, of course, I would be much more attentive to these things. But so be it. And we'll set up to take the racing line so we can take this at speed. Look at that. Hug the curb, stay within track limits. Oh yes, there we go. See? You don't even have to slow down. I'd rather this way in real life. I never ever speed in real life. I never break any laws in real life. People roll their eyes at me, but I do drive fun within the laws and within safety. So people do enjoy riding with me because they feel safe. I've never had a passenger not tell me they feel ultra safe driving with me, but at the same time, I also have fun. And yeah, there you go. So, whoa, okay. Yeah, does not apply to flight sim, obviously, because I just made my passenger puke. Big time. Anyway, that was really funny, wasn't it? Okay, let's slow this thing down, and boom. Yeah, I'm trying. Parking brake set. All lights can come off now. Avionics off, key can come off. Everything can come back. Fuel and generator fuses. And fuel selector to off, which was... Hang on, let me use this view. Nope, this view. Parking brake on. I thought it was. Fuel is this one. Yeah. Okay. I don't think we have... what's that? Brake off on. Oh, no, it was on. See, that's backwards to me for some reason. I guess we could have turned choke off. Whatever. Anyway, I'm just... Whoop. Hey, wait, what? The lights just turned on, so they must have just had the right time of night that the lights turned on. The automatic flashlight. That's funny. I'm trying to find doors to get out of here. I guess we can't in this plane, so here we go. Alrighty, well, hopefully you enjoyed it. I did. A little painful finding those other birds, but that's just part of the process. So anyway, our ride is leaving, so make sure you subscribe, notifications, hit the like button, all that stuff, and I will see you next time.